Hi, my name is CodyMace, and this is my presentation for my senior project. I'm a computer science major, and first I'm going to go over what my project is and what my goals were, and then I will show a demo. I wanted to make a 2D physics-based platformer, and I wrote it in Swift for the Mac. I use SpriteKit, which is a 2D graphics and physics library. So that's the basics of the technical side. I don't want to go too much into detail, but I'm going to go over my goals real quick, what I had. So I wanted to take care of basic functionality, physics, controls, all of that. Also art and music and level design. Those are my three, I call them aspects 1, 2, and 3. So my core tasks were in aspect 1, which is the basic functionality, was to make my robot, which is a character, which you'll soon see, make him move around, have his arm move around following the mouse, have him shoot different cubes at different velocities, which you'll see in the demo, at least 3 different materials with different densities and properties can be used, which you'll see in the demo as well, and basic interaction with objects in the room. Aspect 2, which is the art and music, I wanted to have small animations, basic design, some particle effects, a HUD with different controls, sound effects and a music loop, and a home screen with a fun design. And my third aspect, which was level design, I wanted to create at least 4 different levels. So my hope tasks were to add more material types, more complicated physics, add some lighting effects. Some of these things I have implemented. I've implemented rope and string physics, different options with gravity, and I do have lighting effects, but you will not see them in the demo. I haven't created a fully functional level with lighting effects yet. Aspect 2, which was the design and music, or art and music, more details on the objects in the room, cool backgrounds and particle effects, 2 or 3 more music loops. So I don't really have any of those added. I kind of changed my plan a little bit along the way and changed the art style to be a lot more basic, to be very rectangular and flat and very simple design, which gives it kind of a neat style. And to add 3 more levels, which I think I've done. I think I have 6 or 7 levels working right now in the demo. And then my dream tasks, which I haven't really touched many of these, but it's adding an AI, multiplayer, difficulty options, add an end game, and more complex lighting effects, unique music for each level, fully fleshed out art and design, art for the enemies. There are no enemies yet, and at least 15 levels total. I'm getting close to that, but I've kind of changed my mind, and I really, before I even put this in the App Store, I want to have more than 20 levels. And it'd be cool to have some multiplayer levels, but that's not quite in the works yet. And there are many features that I didn't mention in my tasks that I didn't really think about, such as navigating back to the home screen, pausing, things like that, which I have implemented, which I can show in the demo. So let's go over to my project and I will run it. Hopefully you can hear the music and stuff all right. Not sure how good this recording is going to be, but so this is the home screen. I've got this play button, and this is the title. My game is called Fab 316. And the background, this is just a video of the little character moving around. I thought it'd be a fun intro. And this music I composed by myself using GarageBand, and there are a few sound effects in the game that you'll hear as well. So I'll click play. So this is the opening intro level, which kind of tells you what the controls are and how to do things. So right now I have moving left and right with A or D, so if I push D, I can go right, push A, I go left, and it says Command Fabricator 316 jump by pressing W, and you can see it's kind of like a console. The idea is that the robot is receiving these commands through some computer. So I push W and it jumps. Now click to fabricate a wooden cube. So I click and it shoots out that cube. And it says click, hold, and release to launch the cube. I can charge up my arm and I release and it shoots it out. Now it says press 2 to switch to steel. So if I press 2, you notice at the top this also changes here. But now if I click, it shoots out this different material. It's much more dense and doesn't bounce really. It's metal. Then the instructions say you may also change materials by clicking on the icons above. So I'll try that. Click on these. It switches it. Okay, so now it goes into the kind of the story. It looks like there's an error in the console. So it's trying to escape. But then something morphs and the robot's receiving the command to escape. And then that's when the game begins. So here's the first level. The object of each level is to get to the white doorway at the other end of the room. So you can see I've got some interactive objects in the room with some cool physics effects. And you need to use these cubes, which I call them, these materials, to get through the level. Right now I can't jump over there. But if I build a platform out of the cubes, I can get up there quite easily and get to the door. Now I'm in the next level. So this one's an interesting one. It seems like I should be able to go up this ramp and get up, but it's like a teeter-totter and I can't. And you notice in this level I have metal ones, so I can switch those. And since they're a lot heavier than the wooden ones, I can just weigh this down and go up. Okay, this one, you'll notice I have a third material, which is rubber. So I'll switch to that by pressing 3. And when I shoot it, you'll notice it's very bouncy. So this one looks a little tricky. There's no way I'm going to be able to jump there. And if I come down here, it looks like I might be stuck. So I can hit escape and click restart and it'll restart the level. Or I can click R on the keyboard and it'll restart the level. So those things up there look like they're probably meant for something. So I'm going to try shooting a rubber cube up there. And it looks like a little domino effect, knocks them down, and builds a ramp up to the finish line. This level, you'll notice there's a fourth material. This is the adhesive or sticky cube. They're one of my favorites because it sticks. They stick to each other and stick to walls. So to beat this level, I can do this. This is probably the most efficient way to get up. I just keep building this platform higher. Oops, I messed up. Let's restart. Or you can do it, I probably want to switch to sticky, or you can go this route. I'm going to go like this. It's a little bit better. And looks like I'm safe. I'm going to build that there just in case. And I beat the level. This level is the zero gravity level. You notice I'm floating, and I'm pushing on the keyboard, but I can't move around. So in order to move around, I need to shoot the cubes to launch me in the opposite direction that I'm shooting. So it should be simple enough. I just need to get up to that platform to the finish line, and I'm here. Alright, this is a level with the rope physics. This thing is in my way. It's kind of like a giant pendulum. So I tried jumping across, didn't make it. I'm stuck down here. I don't think rubber's going to help me. One fun thing with rubber is I can shoot below me, and it kind of launches me up, but it's not going to launch me high enough, so I'll restart. In order to complete this level, you need to get the pendulum swinging. and then take advantage of that to get by. Also, something that you'll notice in the bottom right, I have this nodes. That's how many each object in this that you see is a node. Even the particles under the robot, that's why there's so many. But it also has frames per second. Since I'm running this recording software, it kind of slows down the frames per second, but normally it runs at 60. So it looks a little more smooth without that going. I'm going to get this swinging, and let's take a risk and jump across. Yes, I got under, and I got across. Alright, here's a level. I don't have any cubes, so this is purely a platforming level. You gotta be careful, because when he moves, he slides around. Let's see if I can make this jump. I made it, and boom. Alright, so this is the end. I say more levels coming soon. I made a fun little sandbox with 20 of each material, so you can mess around, do whatever you want with these. It's fun to build fun things with the sticky cubes, and it's fun to just play around. But that is my senior project. Fab 316 is what I'm calling it. I do plan on putting this in the App Store maybe sometime during the summer after I add more levels and polish it up some more, but that's basically what I have. It was a really fun project. It definitely did push me to my limits on some things. Some things were pretty tricky to implement, especially the sticky cubes and just getting the physics all working correctly. But that's all I have. Thank you.